I better shut this off. Just where's the camera this time? There it is. All right, you're back. Okay, so there. I'm out in the garage, and yesterday I worked on my portrait of Sophie Scholl for really about 12 hours total, 10, 12 hours total. And this is as far as I got, which always disappoints me. But I do have, because I always want to be closer and closer to finished. I like achieving goals. I like completing projects. I didn't expect her to be completed by today, but I did expect her to be a little bit further along. She's not. I did, however, get in the basic shapes, the basic colors. She's looking somewhat ghastly and ghostly all at once. But if you know my work, it takes a while. Sometimes it can take days, weeks, months. One or two pieces have taken a year. That has to do with work schedule and not having life go the way I want it to. But so usually it takes a couple days. So what I'm going to do is take Sophie down, because I've already been working on her for about an hour this morning. I was online trying to download photographs from my camera to my PC. That didn't work out, so I tried doing some other things, which, the stuff that I normally do, loading up to places and chatting with people. And then I came out here and I started working on her. But I'm not happy. I know her hairline is absolutely incorrect. It should actually be pulled back a little bit further, down lower. The relationship between her cheekbone, her nose, and her hand is incorrect. I know it's incorrect, but I'm burnt out on her. So I got to put her to the side because she is turning into a muddied little mess. And I do have to add, I want to add some of her speech to the court, to the Nazi court that sentenced her to death. I want to add some of that speech up in here and some of her last words down there. I want to do it in pencil so it captures the light. As I said yesterday, pencil on black, it can capture light, ebony on black, in either oil pastel or oil paint or acrylic paint or whatever. Black on black, it captures light differently depending on the medium you're using. But I like to do it in pencil. I also wanted to do her hairline, bits of her hairline in pencil. It was really not working out. I only have like a standard pencil. That's all I've got in my kit here. So I need something larger and fatter, which is not going to happen today. It's not going to happen for a while, I don't think. I can barely afford milk. So we're putting that to the side. And I think I'm going to work on this for a while, this 3-figure piece. But I've also got another piece that I should probably work on. I haven't worked on them in a long time. Maybe that's what I should do. This one's kind of fun. Again, ghostly and creepy. Not meaning to, it just kind of happens with me. So I think I'll put this one to the side as well. Oh, okay, that was painful. And I'm going to pull out my portrait of Pulp Friction. And Pulp Friction is a 2-panel piece. Down here are, Pulp Friction is a drag artist in Providence, Rhode Island, part of the drag community that I absolutely adore and get all goose pimply over. This section of Pulp's portrait is the lower third, I think. Yeah, that's for the primary canvas with Pulp's face is 4 feet high. This is 2 feet high. So I've split it up into 2 canvases just to make painting for me more interesting. But I haven't really, I've developed most of the top 2/3, but I haven't done much with the bottom 2/3. Let me get the top. Feel I need to work on something. Oh my God. Very, very different. And so we're working on Pulp. Now, what's bothered me a little bit is Pulp's eyes appear to be a little too close together. Again, this is a process. I don't have to get it right today. I don't have to get it right tomorrow. I have to get it right before it leaves the studio. And that will happen. It will just happen when it happens, though. It will happen eventually. There's the black and white of them. Oh, I hate working from color photos. Here we are. Yeah, see, you can feel it. You can see it, you can feel it. There's his face. There he is. Eyes are a little too close together, so I gotta pull them out. Easy enough to do. This is all dried. This is no longer wet or sticky, so it won't get muddy. And it's easy to fix because I work in oil. Like I keep saying, oil is so much easier than acrylic, definitely easier than watercolor. But it's, you know, it's kind of malleable. And the more repairs that I do, not the more repairs, but if I do the lower layers, the first layers thinly, and then we add on with oils, it starts to make the under layers more interesting. They can show through a bit. So you know what? I think I am going to work on the top half. I'm going to work on this, and then maybe we'll take on the bottom in a little bit. I know that the bottom half needs darkening and detailing, but I got to get away from muddy face. Poor Sophia. Poor Sophie Scholl. I've made her so muddied. It's not fair. What a mean, bad artist. So we're studio mating today, which means I work, you work, I put in my headphones, you play whatever you want, and we just work side by side and get some shit done instead of dilly-dallying. Where should we put this? Yeah, yesterday I got to look at my backside. Becky needs to lose some weight again. Yeah, we discovered sugar bread, caramel popcorn over the past month, and now that's going to end. Although I'm right now drinking pineapple and mango juice mixed with water that my housemate made the other day, and it's fantastic, and it helps me poop, which I love. Oh, by the way, if you're keeping score, nobody's watching, if you're keeping score, my housemate has a job and he really likes it. I'm glad. He went through absolute hell at our last job. I can't even begin to describe the craziness. We were both devastated when we lost our jobs, but he has a new one and he's very happy. He's pretty happy. Tomorrow he moves to this store's second location on Siesta Key, so he's going to see one of the most beautiful beaches in the world every day when he goes to work and comes home again. I'm very happy for him. He's a nice man. He deserves better than he had. So I'm going to turn on my fans. That's if you're keeping score or care at all. That's what's going on in this little house. I'm going to turn on the fans and open the garage door because it's 900 degrees in here and I can't breathe. Ugh. Holy crap. I live in Florida, and I hate summer. I've never been a summer person. So anyway, you're going to hear the fans. Don't care, or I'm sorry about that, but it's very warm in here. I'm going to put my headphones on, and let's both get to work. Let's get some stuff done today. Nope. He thinks he's missing something. Come on in here. Oh, and how happy are we, the boys in Thailand, are being removed from the cave? Can't imagine how those parents feel. Words, maybe. All right, I'm gonna listen to NPR. Let's get some work done. Okay. I have to play this on low. I was going to have my headphones in, but to avoid problems with YouTube and copyright, but I've got TED Talks playing. It's not playing on my headphones, so I have to play it here.
So about 25 years ago, forest ecologists to cooperators. Now, you have to understand that Suzanne's discovery was pretty revolutionary because up until this point, most ecologists believed that trees competed against each other, that the world was like a Darwinian struggle, winners and losers. Yeah, they're competing for light, water, nutrients, and that the strongest trees were the ones that grew tall, the ones that dominated the canopy and took all the resources. It was like, oh, I'm gonna get what I want, and I don't care what my neighbor needs. But Suzanne's experiment showed that something else was true.
So there we go.
Sending messages back and forth. The balance is
I was able to pretty easily pull Pulp Friction's eyes apart, spread them into a more natural distance. Found the actual shape of the nose instead of oh my god! Instead of having the nose keep the shape that I wanted it to keep, and the eyes staying where I wanted them to stay. And now what's happening is, because I've corrected them, the eyes are following. They're following me around the room, so they'll follow the viewer. And I like to do the eyes in such a way that no matter where you're standing in a room, it seems as though the image is staring at you. The image is staring right through you. And one of the things I dislike very much about the pose that I chose for Sophie Scholl is she's sideways. And my specialty, my interest comes in having them stare directly at you. I actually had someone say, and again, I apologize for all the noise, but it's very hot in here, so I've got fans running. But I had someone say to me a few years ago, nobody wants a picture of a person they don't know staring at them in their house. Well, that was dumb because people buy a lot of pictures of people, and they're not people that they know. And the most famous pictures, some of the most favorited and famous pictures are pictures of other people. We like to see images of ourselves. And we do enjoy that not confrontation, but that conversation that we're having with the painting, with our eyes, with our minds, with our hearts. So it's something I really enjoy doing. Oop, now, looking a little. There we go. That's better. But so Sophie Scholl is to the side, and she's reading a book, and I have my own reasons for doing that, for choosing that image. But I would prefer that I had chosen something where she's more confrontational with the viewer. But we're going to use Pulp Friction. Oh, I was also told, I've been asked many, many, many times, what is my gimmick? Because artists always have a gimmick, or they have a thing. I paint horses. I like words, so I make light fixtures or things that say words. I don't know, whatever. People have a niche, they have a thing. My thing isn't painting one particular image, but it is painting, for the most part, I like painting people and conveying ideas that challenge the norm, or have challenged the norm, and like Pulp Friction, like my friend Yolandi Fisher, who I'm looking at right now, like Mr. Gay Rhode Island, like, my painting about slavery and the struggle that has haunted African American communities for, since the ending of slavery. Anyway, and never mind, I can't get into that. But those people, the people that have showed courage, absolute sheer courage, in when there seems to be very little hope of change, and they've said, nope, throwing down the gauntlet, done. Like Ruby Bridges, my portrait of Ruby Bridges. She is a bright, vibrant young girl. She's a little girl who really didn't understand what was going on at the time, except that all her classmates kept leaving the classroom, leaving the school, and leaving her alone until she was the only student left in this, school in Mississippi. But anyway, Ruby Bridges' mom, I wish I'd done a portrait of her, because Ruby Bridges' mother is the one who said, we are going to make this sacrifice. Like Sophie Scholl, we are going to make this sacrifice. We are going to do what we know is right in the face of everyone who says we're wrong. We're going to continue this. So that's why I enjoy painting these people. The portrait of the three girls I took down at the beginning of the video, God knows why I'm painting them. I've just hung on to that image for a long time and wanted to do it, so I am. And then there's other stuff where I don't know, can't explain it. But that's my explanation on Yolandi. And that's kind of my little gimmick, if you can say it, but my little impetus. I'm not painting bunnies, I'm not painting landscapes, I'm painting people with, for the most part, a particular reason in mind. So I guess that would be my little thing, my little gimmicky-ish impetus. And so now I'm going to shut up and get back to TED Talks and painting. But that's done. His eyes are separated. I can move on now.
When you several vaccines every year, and
No, I don't want that. Okay. Nope, don't want that. Hang on. Nope, don't want that. So much glitter. Yeah, this is a part of it. This is a part of being an artist now. Social media. It's great. I'm not complaining. We're able to promote ourselves. It's pretty great. Okay, lots of glitter. Holy moly, that's terrible. That's a little better. Interesting. Live on YouTube, working on Pulp Friction. Portrait of I hope I'm showing off all my chins right now. Nothing would make me prouder than to look my age and fatter. At my fattest in years. Just show all that off. Portrait painting. I'm posting on Instagram right now what I'm doing, because as I've expressed a million times, it's really important to promote yourself as an artist online. So that's what I'm doing, because I kind of forgot. And I can take it from there and post it on Facebook and a few other places. Instagram. Artists on Instagram. Live painting. YouTube. This is just all part of that. Artists on YouTube. Oops. that's not that crap. Share it on Facebook. And later on I can share the video on Pinterest and a bunch of other places.
this is a car, and it has a lot of components, a lot of electronics in it today. In fact, it's got many, many different computers inside of it, more Pentiums than my lab did when I was in college. And they're connected by a wired network. There's also a wireless network, which can be reached from many different ways. So there's Bluetooth, there's the FM and XM radio, there's actually Wi-Fi, there's sensors in the wheels that wirelessly communicate the tire pressure to a controller on board. And what happens if somebody wanted to attack this? Well, that's what the researchers that I'm going to talk about today did. They actually carried out their attack. In real life, they bought two cars, and I guess they had better buckets than I do. The first threat model was to see what someone could do if an attacker actually got access to the internal network on the car. Okay, so think of that as someone gets to go to your car, they get to mess around with it, and then they leave, and now we're in a trouble argument. And so they connected to the diagnostic unit on the in-car network, and they did all kinds of silly things, like here's the picture of the speedometer showing 140 miles an hour when the car's in park. And you might say, okay, that's silly. Well, what if you make your car always say it's going 20 miles an hour slower than it's actually going? You might produce a lot of speeding tickets. Then they went out to an abandoned airstrip with two cars, the target victim car and the chase car, and they launched a bunch of other attacks simply by hacking the computer. One of the things they were able to do for the chase car is apply the brakes on the other car. They were able to disable the brakes. They also were able to install malware
To get that higher.
wouldn't kick in and wouldn't trigger until the car was doing something like going over 20 miles an hour or something like that. They were able to compromise every single one of the pieces of software that controlled every single one of the wireless capabilities of the car. And when they gave this talk, even though they gave this talk at a conference to a bunch of computer security researchers, everybody was gasping. Scary idiot. Yeah, this is pretty serious stuff. Is this actually happened in the real world of hackers that need to do this? So far,
Sure.
those that have been in the lab, I mean, they're published the work of companies or so they're really, I know, understand when they're spending millions of dollars on security, and there's been research
There we
that's
go.
shown that the car manufacturers have been the ways to go to get their cars to be secure against hackers. It's really simple. Work for a pretty complicated future. Well, if we want to try to be optimistic,
God, it looks so ridiculous right now. It looks like I'm working in acrylic. I'm not. I'm working in oil. And right now it's just at a stage where it's very flat. But eventually pulp will start having a 3D feel and really start popping. So right now, this is where we are. this stuff. We have another storm coming. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, I've been on for a little over an hour today. Pulls apart Pulp Friction's eyes. Okay, wait a minute. There. It's getting warm out here. Separated Pulp Friction's eyes. I started developing the lace in his shirt, and then the brocade. It's going to take forever, but developing the brocade, and also adding a lot more. We're kind of finding where the lights and darks are supposed to be according to the reference material. So we've made some headway. Time to go finish cleaning out the fridge, gotta let Bugsy out, and I really need a break. I have a bad neck injury, and it is killing me right now. So gotta stop, gotta go wash up, maybe drink some more coffee. Anyway, we'll see you again. Ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao.